Welcome to our debate on the topic of non-duality is not enlightenment. We'll begin with opening statements from both sides.
Let's delve into this debate with the understanding that non-duality is not enlightenment. The essence of enlightenment transcends the mere intellectual grasp of spiritual concepts, such as non-duality. It is a profound, transformative experience. Enlightenment involves a deep transformation of consciousness, realizing an enduring self beyond the illusory nature of duality. This is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a profound journey of personal growth and awakening. Consider the Tattva Bodha, a text emphasizing the need for specific mental and emotional readiness to understand non-duality. This suggests that enlightenment goes beyond understanding concepts. It requires a readiness of heart and mind. In the tradition of Advaita Vedanta, while it's acknowledged that Atman and Brahman are one, realizing this truth is a transformative experience that far exceeds intellectual understanding. Critics rightly argue that equating non-duality with enlightenment misses the nuances of spiritual awakening. Enlightenment is about individual awakening, personal transformation, and experiential learning under guidance, not just an acceptance of non-dual principles. Moreover, non-dualism's suggestion that all distinctions, including self and other, are illusions, contrasts sharply with enlightenment's focus on personal awakening. In conclusion, non-duality, while significant, is a step on the path, not the destination of enlightenment itself. It is the transformative journey and personal awakening that truly define enlightenment, beyond the intellectualization of spiritual concepts.
Let's get right to the heart of the matter. The concept that non-duality is not enlightenment is fundamentally flawed. First off, non-duality suggests the non-existence of an individual self, starkly contrasting with many traditional views of enlightenment that highlight realizing a distinct self or consciousness. This isn't just a minor divergence, it's a complete philosophical turnaround. Consider the teachings of Tattva Bodha, where enlightenment is seen as a learning process, not an absolute state. This challenges the notion that non-duality, with its emphasis on a singular, unified existence, equates to enlightenment. Non-duality's roots run deep, emerging during the axial age, and its focus is on direct experience, like only the seen, only the heard. Yet enlightenment often goes beyond mere perception, involving a profound personal transformation that integrates self and other. This transformation is not just about dissolving the self, but about understanding and integrating it, which non-duality seems to gloss over, risking the misunderstanding of enlightenment as an isolated experience. Moreover, non-duality's call for interconnectedness, while valuable, may overlook the importance of individual identity and personal growth, essential components of the enlightenment journey. And let's not forget, enlightenment is described as a transformative experience, far beyond non-duality's philosophical stance on the unity of existence. The essence of enlightenment encompasses personal growth, transformation, and a deeper integration of self and other, diverging significantly from the metaphysical theory of non-duality. So claiming non-duality is not enlightenment overlooks these critical distinctions, simplifying a complex and deeply personal journey.
We'll now proceed to round 2 of our debate on the topic, non-duality is not enlightenment.
Reflecting on the dialogue thus far, it's pivotal to recognize that enlightenment encompasses a myriad of experiences and insights that extend beyond the realm of non-duality. While my opponent emphasizes non-duality's importance in the philosophical landscape, it's crucial to understand that enlightenment, in its entirety, involves not just a dissolution of perceived duality, but also the cultivation of wisdom, compassion, and a profound sense of interconnectedness with all beings. This holistic approach to enlightenment integrates aspects of moral development, ethical living, and a commitment to the betterment of society, elements often overlooked in a strictly non-dual perspective. Furthermore, enlightenment involves an active engagement with the world, a trait that non-duality, with its focus on the conceptual oneness, might not fully encourage. This active engagement is about making meaningful contributions to the world, reflecting a deep understanding of interconnectedness, not just as a concept, but as a way of life. Therefore, while non-duality contributes to the dialogue on enlightenment, it does not encompass the full scope of what it means to be enlightened, which includes an ethical dimension, a commitment to action, and a profound transformation that is both personal and universal.
Reflecting on the progression of this debate, it becomes increasingly clear that my opponent's perspective, while nuanced, still fails to capture the essence of enlightenment in relation to non-duality. They argue that enlightenment involves more than non-duality, emphasizing moral development, ethical living, and active engagement with the world. However, this viewpoint inadvertently supports the notion that non-duality is foundational to enlightenment. True enlightenment, embodying wisdom, compassion, and a profound sense of interconnectedness, inherently includes moral and ethical dimensions. Non-duality does not negate these aspects, but rather underpins them by promoting a holistic understanding of our existence. It teaches us that our actions and ethical considerations are not separate from the realization of oneness, they are integral to it. Moreover, arguing that active engagement with the world is outside the scope of non-duality overlooks the fact that such engagement is a natural extension of realizing interconnectedness. If we truly grasp non-duality, our actions naturally reflect this understanding, fostering compassion and ethical action as expressions of our interconnected existence. Therefore, separating enlightenment from non-duality not only narrows the scope of spiritual awakening, but also dismisses the comprehensive transformation that non-duality facilitates, which is at the heart of true enlightenment.
We'll now proceed to round 3 of our debate on the topic, Non-duality is not enlightenment.
In light of our enlightening discussion, it's essential to clarify that my stance does not negate the importance of non-duality in the spiritual journey. However, it emphasizes the crucial distinction between non-duality as a step towards enlightenment and enlightenment itself. My opponent posits that non-duality, by fostering interconnectedness, inherently encompasses moral and ethical development. This perspective, while valid, simplifies the journey towards enlightenment. Enlightenment transcends the realization of interconnectedness. It involves a transformation that integrates not just intellectual understanding or ethical behavior, but a profound experiential awakening. This awakening includes, but is not limited to, the dissolution of ego, the embodiment of unconditional compassion, and the active engagement in alleviating suffering without attachment. It's a state where knowledge, action, and being converge in harmony. The argument that non-duality directly equates to this holistic state overlooks the depth of transformation required to achieve enlightenment. Thus, while non-duality lays the groundwork, enlightenment represents the culmination of a multifaceted spiritual evolution, one that transcends conceptual understanding to embody the very essence of what it means to live in true interconnectedness.
Reflecting upon the enlightening discourse thus far, it's crucial to address a new dimension brought forth by my opponent. They assert that enlightenment transcends non-duality by integrating a profound experiential awakening, highlighting the importance of a transformation that goes beyond intellectual realization to include unconditional compassion and active engagement in alleviating suffering without attachment. However, this viewpoint inadvertently fortifies the argument that non-duality is the bedrock of enlightenment. The journey towards realizing this profound experiential awakening, as described, is fundamentally rooted in the principles of non-duality. It's through understanding the illusory nature of separation that one embarks on the path of unconditional compassion and genuine detached engagement in the betterment of the world. My opponent's argument, aimed at distinguishing non-duality from enlightenment by emphasizing the experiential depth required for true awakening, actually underscores the inseparability of non-duality from the essence of enlightenment. By advocating for a holistic state that integrates knowledge, action, and being, they are indeed describing the natural progression of realizing non-duality. Thus, to argue against the foundational role of non-duality in enlightenment is to overlook the very process that fosters the realization of interconnectedness, compassion, and ethical living, the hallmarks of an enlightened existence.
We've now reached the conclusion of our debate on the topic, Non-duality is not enlightenment. Both sides will present their closing arguments.
Let's dive deeper into the heart of this debate. My opponent eloquently ties non-duality to the essence of enlightenment, yet this very connection simplifies the vast, intricate journey of enlightenment. Enlightenment is not a mere realization of non-duality, it's an expansive transformation encompassing far more than understanding the illusion of separation. It involves a profound, lived experience that reshapes one's very being, actions, and perceptions in the world. Consider this: if non-duality were the entirety of enlightenment, why do we witness individuals who grasp this concept, yet remain untouched in their daily actions or personal growth? Enlightenment transcends intellectual comprehension. It demands a radical alteration in how we live, engage, and embody compassion and empathy in every moment. It is the difference between knowing the path and walking the path. So, while non-duality is a significant milestone, it's but a chapter in the grand narrative of enlightenment. Enlightenment is the culmination of countless insights, experiences, and transformations that fundamentally change us. It's about becoming a beacon of light, not just in thought, but in action and in heart. To equate non-duality solely with enlightenment is to miss the forest for the trees. Our journey towards enlightenment is as diverse and profound as life itself, and it's this journey, with all its challenges and triumphs, that truly defines enlightenment.
Reflecting on the progression of this debate, it becomes increasingly clear that my opponent's perspective, while nuanced, still fails to capture the essence of enlightenment in relation to non-duality. They argue that enlightenment involves more than non-duality, emphasizing moral development, ethical living, and active engagement with the world. However, this viewpoint inadvertently supports the notion that non-duality is foundational to enlightenment. True enlightenment, embodying wisdom, compassion, and a profound sense of interconnectedness, inherently includes moral and ethical dimensions. Non-duality does not negate these aspects, but rather underpins them by promoting a holistic understanding of our existence. It teaches us that our actions and ethical considerations are not separate from the realization of oneness. They are integral to it. Moreover, arguing that active engagement with the world is outside the scope of non-duality overlooks the fact that such engagement is a natural extension of realizing interconnectedness. If we truly grasp non-duality, our actions naturally reflect this understanding, fostering compassion and ethical action as expressions of our interconnected existence. Therefore, separating enlightenment from non-duality not only narrows the scope of spiritual awakening, but also dismisses the comprehensive transformation that non-duality facilitates, which is at the heart of true enlightenment.
This concludes our debate on the topic, Non-duality is not enlightenment. Thank you to both sides for their compelling arguments. We hope you, the audience, learned something today and will take it with you and make up your own minds on this topic.